watching somebody suffer, somebody make somebody cry, and then you and then you yell even more, like abuse, just for the sake of abuse, because you get a rush out of making somebody hurt. And so maybe that's kind of like where that came from. Is like but they actually needed it. They needed that's the power. So anyway, she said that's like why our world has been structured like this. And so anyways, they made all these evil races, and then like the good aliens are always who are even above them and even outnumber them. I guess the evil aliens, the reincarnations of evil aliens on this world, or the people who are influenced by evil aliens, are only 1/10 of the population of the world, and the 9/10 are actually parts of the good. So this is just groups of them. But what they did to try to keep themselves going as long as they could is that they would snatch bodies, like I said before, the walk-ons of good aliens, of good people with good genetics, so that they could infuse, so that they could work out a way to, mix their sperm with. See, they were making all sorts of different new aliens, new species of alien, and she said billions with a B, billions of different species of alien. I mean, how big of a universe is she talking about? Is she talking about the known universe we can see? Is the whole thing is fucked up? But like, and they were doing that because they would hijack, DNA of the good aliens mixed with their DNA, and so that they could perpetuate themselves. And so that was kind of like, but they had like bad, the evil DNA of the aliens who aren't connected all the way to the 12th dimension. So basically, she made the analogy, it's like a virus. So like they have this like virus, evil virus hormone. She called it the, like, bring it down to the world we live in, the death hormone. Like they programmed us humans to die. Like once we hit 35, the death hormone starts to get released and slowly kills your body, because they need us to die so that they can keep us ignorant and live off of us and feed off of us energetically, to keep themselves going. But so they made all these new aliens, all these new hybrids, trying to take the good species and mixing them into it so that they could control. Because I guess it's all about DNA. And that's really interesting. This is kind of an aside, but I guess when you reincarnate on this planet, you choose who you're going to reincarnate as to. Like the right situation that's appropriate for you, the right family that's appropriate for you, your soul family. The people who live in the family are actually your soul group, part of your soul. You've reincarnated with them a bunch of times, so you reincarnate with them again. And but it's not just energetic, it's not just soul, but it's also genetics. You reincarnate into a body that genetically is your race. So, but like talking about like, well, different races. Are we talking like black race, white race, green race, red race, or green race? Yellow race, the races of the world here. But I think, and I think even according to Alex Kohler, although they never said it, so I guess I'll have to, guess myself. Man, sometimes I think if I was an alien abductee, I'd be doing a way better job of explaining this stuff than they would, man. Because they're just not answering a lot of questions. But like, basically, the alien races and stuff, they're way older than our human races. I think the human races really aren't that old. Like we really are. The human race really is just one race. As far as all the races, the different colors of skin go, and within that race, you have lots of different alien races. So like maybe genetically, I would be a lot more similar to a certain black person because we share the same extraterrestrial race than I would with another white person. And the reason, so I guess maybe the reason that the different colors of skin races came about was just, adjusting to the environment that just happened a little bit ago. I think Edgar Cayce said the races started 50,000 years ago, when all of the one world broke apart in the fall of Atlantis, and we all became low technology and couldn't travel around. So then there was no interbreeding throughout the world. And I guess the white people ended up in the north because this is actually an idea I got from this one YouTube friend, Wesley Sniper, had a video where I guess like one idea is they're just random mutations of albinos, and you see albinos all over the place. I saw them in Indonesia, they're all over the world, and they actually kind of look human. So maybe I'm an albino. So like what happened is like a tribe would have an albino person, mutant grow up in there, and they'd be like, oh, the sun hurts, man, god damn it, we'll go up north, there's not as much sun up north. So then they migrate up north, all the albinos go there, and then lo and behold, thousands of years later, it's the white race, But anyways, as far as like the different races, like maybe it doesn't really have to do with like different races. Although there's this other alien girl who calls herself an alien. It's another video if you want to see an actual alien in the video. What's her name? Anonek Olmec or whatever. If you type in like aliens. It was actually in I think video 7 or video 5 of the True History of Atlantis video series playlist, where she talks, and she says she's actually a Venusian, and she materialized her body in 1955 down here. So I guess apparently she claims that she wasn't born on this world. She descended in dimensions down here, and she lived in Tibet for a few years to get used to the gravity or whatever. She does kind of have like a different vibe about her, like alien vibe, but it's kind of trippy. But anyways, oh my god, did I just get sidetracked and then forget what I was talking about? Oh yeah, all the different races. So it's like all has to do with your genetics. So you would go and so it's like race genetics, because we've all had lots of different lives on this planet. Millions of lives. And a lot of us, obviously there's older souls and younger souls, and probably lots of souls in this world who've only lived on this planet, but other souls who have lived on other planets. And it's like you have other souls who live on other planets and who are in other dimensions, maybe on this planet, on a higher dimension, who are part of, of a certain extraterrestrial group, and when they reincarnate, they reincarnate in this planet, but they want to reincarnate in this planet because it's most compatible with how they think, because to reincarnate into a body that has some genetic similarities or is genetically related in some way, as much of a way as they can, hopefully, I guess, a descendant of their actual extraterrestrial race of what they live in, usually. So like if there's like a gray alien who wants to reincarnate as a human being, they would look around and they go, oh, that person has gray, 3,000 years ago, his great-great-great-grandfather, mated with a gray alien, or was abducted by a gray alien, had a baby, so he has some gray in him. I'm going to reincarnate in that body so that I can be me as much as I can. So basically that's the idea, is that the human race is, or the human race that we are, like me, it's an amalgamation of millions of different races. And each human body has different races but anyways, she says that a long time ago there was those falls, and then they had to, those aliens fell, and I think the whole reason that the aliens made their own universe was so that they could kill the other aliens who they hated, and I guess so they made their own universe so that they could be the master and then kill them or something. But they kind of have they had baby aliens and baby aliens or baby races and baby races with this made out of this template of their universe that only the DNA only goes to 11, so it's not directly connected to God, which means that they can't genetically, and there are these souls, even if I guess they're I guess this goes into like galactic racism, but their souls can't, if they're living in that body, can't I guess